Hello, I'm Joshua of Milestone Play. I'm a professional game master, and today we have another tabletop community spotlight put together by Tales from Elsewhere and Odin's Key Gaming. For today's design challenge, we'll be looking at the mechanics of death and failure states in TTRPGs. For our video, we'll be looking at the mechanics of dying in combat in Heroic Potential. Heroic Potential is our deck-based fantasy RPG that focuses on strong choices with consequences. Along the way, we'll also be looking at some scenes from the Lord of the Rings movies to provide some narrative context to the mechanics we're talking about. Let's get going. In Heroic Potential, our heroes are able to withstand a lot of damage through their adventures with two different pools of points: stamina and body. Damage first goes to their stamina as they struggle to not be wounded. Stamina refreshes at the end of a combat. If a character's stamina hits 0, further damage goes to their body, reflecting longer-lasting cuts and bruises that they will carry with them into future combats. When a character reaches 0 body, they have an important decision to make. Do they fall unconscious, or do they choose to drop to 1 body and threaten a grievous wound? Let's break down what those two choices mean. When a character falls unconscious, they are out of the combat until a party member heals them, or they are resuscitated in the aftermath. On an unconscious character's turn, the player gets to grant one other party member a momentum of their core capacity. Momentum is additional action economy for particular types of actions. For instance, Aragorn being knocked unconscious while facing the cave troll can grant additional martial momentum to other members of the Fellowship to fight on. Less awesome than getting your full turn, but you get to support those still up and make strategic choices. The danger of being unconscious is that an enemy can deal a finishing blow to kill your character. A finishing blow takes all of the enemy's action economy to perform. If they have to walk up to you, they can't finish you off this turn. If they have to defend themselves, they can't finish you off. As long as your allies keep enemies distracted, you are safe. If the villain has time to monologue over you, you're in danger. The other option when you hit 0 body is to instead drop to 1 and threaten a grievous wound. Grievous wounds are specific injuries that have lasting debilitations to your character. Broken arms, severed legs, lost eyes, chest wounds, concussions. Grievous wounds can be overcome in the future, but are major hurdles for the current adventure. When a grievous wound is threatened, the Game Master draws a single card from their deck. If it is a heart, you take the grievous wound. Anything else, you're safe. While a 1 in 4 base chance doesn't seem that awful, the discard pile of what has already been drawn can shift those numbers. Additionally, Game Masters can spend Doom on the ability Danger Heightens to cycle hearts back into the deck throughout play. Player characters can take their endurance skill in grievous wounds. If they have more grievous wounds than endurance, they die to that final blow. Players whose characters drop to 0 body points can risk their character's well-being or even life to continue fighting. When Eowyn is fighting the Witch King, she suffers a grievous wound to hold on long enough to get that final blow after Merry opens up a tactical bonus. When Boromir is fighting to save Merry and Pippin from the Uruk-hai, he suffers multiple grievous wounds from Lurtz. The first 2 arrows max out his endurance skill of 2. The third arrow is the killing blow. The failed execution allows for a final moment between Boromir and Aragorn for roleplay purposes, but there is no saving him at this point. And that's how Heroic Potential deals with the threat of dying in combat. The players get to choose how risky they want to be. A character can fall in combat, inspiring the rest of their allies to keep on fighting and relying on their allies to protect them from a bitter end. Alternatively, the player can leave it up to fate, standing and fighting until the absolute last moment of their death. So, thanks for watching the video, and thank you to our patrons on Patreon for supporting work like this. I did say at the top of the video I am a professional game master, so if you're looking for a game, private or public, head on down to the description where you can find links to our Discord, our website, and plenty of other things. But for now, continue watching these videos for the Tabletop Community Spotlight, and have a lovely